Okay, guys, I'm gonna show you how I tie my four hook or three hook bottom rig for catching like triggerfish, porkies, the smaller fish, you know. So I like to use a 77-pound like spindle. So I get tied to the braid line, and this is for the sinker. I use a weaker one, like about like 55 pounds. This is 55 pound Taurus. You can use this clip, but it's very expensive. It's a spindle clip. I think it's a very expensive. So you could use it, but I save these. So this is what. So we use a cheap mono 40 pound. I got these left over. So what you want to do is the first loop. You want to make it nice and long. I would say at least 1 foot. Right? You loop it and you go to the spindle. Go to one of the spindle holes. Basically just do like a handmade, not give it like 5 or 6 times. You go back in here and then you tighten it. And it should be like this. Get the scissors out. So what you want to do is cut this part, make it a little bit easier. You don't need to, but with this video I want to. So the trick is, how do I separate make the hangman hook like this, where the spindle like begins to put a hook on. So the trick is to you can see it is go through it and do the same thing. So you want to wrap around the ring right here, go through it. It's a little bit difficult sometimes to go through it. Right here, you do the same thing, but this time you just go wrap it around like this, like 5 or 6 times, because the ring is holding it, it'll just actually cinch really close. You see, look. I'm gonna have to pull on one of them. Lick it a little bit. Get it wet so it'll go down easier. But it's already trapped. See? So at this point, just cut one of the lines. The one that looks like it's not hanging down too much. And you got this really long line where you just tie a hook comfortably. This is where the braid starts. Right? And this part is easy. Once you got this line for the first hook, and I don't suggest you tie hook this long, but you do a bunch of hangman knots right here. Get about 10 inches and just go around like 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. And just repeat this process 3 more times. So I think you guys know how to do a T-knot, like in and out. Just check YouTube on how to do a T-knot, you know. I don't want the video to be too long. You don't have to do a lot, just like 3 or 4 turns, because this part of it doesn't really matter. Just want to use the finger and tighten it. And there you go. Here's the line for the next hook. Hook number 2, and like before, just cut whichever one you want. This you could do a Snell knot, right? So there's 2 lines for knots already. See how nice it is from the spindle? Everything separated. Then you go 10 inches again. So we're still on the spool. About 10 inches. I would go 4 at least. Sometimes 5 is long enough to keep the line more straight. You want to leave about like 3 or 4 inches so you can snell a small hook, size 1 smaller or size 2 hook. I wouldn't go bigger because porkies and triggerfish don't have such big mouths. Then you do the T-knot right in here. So this is the easy part. Done. Cut this. Come down here. This is your 3rd hook. At this point you can stop. You have 3 hooks, which is fine. I do 4 hooks because, you know, I have room in my tackle box. I have 3 and 4 hook rigs that I tie with 40-pound mono. You could do a 30-pound, you want a lighter thing, or 20-pound. You for sure fishing really small fish, but sometimes I hook up like big flounder, so I don't want to lose it on 20-pound line, 20-pound mono, you know. It's crazy. Sometimes I catch the biggest things with the smallest hooks. That's how fishing is. This is the hangman knot. And like I said, the hangman probably don't need to do a lot of twirls, because it doesn't really matter. Line's just gonna be straight in the T portion part of it. It's kind of easy. So that's done. And then you cut from the spool. I would say about 9-10 inches. You'll need a lot. Here I just do a simple uni knot because if my weight gets caught, I don't mind losing the weight, but I want the fish to be still on the main line. So I tie like a weaker like uni knot here. This is a uni knot. Go on YouTube, you want to learn how to tie uni knot. I would say 6 twirls. If it was a smaller line, make it like 8-9 twirls, even 10. This is a uni knot. Slowly but surely, just tighten it, right? And this is for the weight. This is it. That's it. It's a 4-hook rig at the very bottom of the ocean. So you got a hook here. You want to tie this hook maybe a little bit below this line, right? And the second hook. There we go. So everything will be under like 1 feet, all the hooks. And this one will be like a little bit above the sinker, like 2 inches above the sinker would work, but not onto the floor. You could, you know, you're just targeting blackfish. Well, you can't really make mistakes. As long as there's fish, they're gonna bite. I mean, this looks long on the camera, but it's not that long. It's only about 1.5 feet. And that's how you tie it.